Hi, welcome to episode 119 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T, craft all the things. This is take 2. I recorded my entire podcast on my phone and right at the end it crashed. Lost the whole thing. So hopefully I can make it through a second time. I had forgotten some things, so I think everything is here now. But yeah, we had a little cry and now we're going to try it again. So welcome. I am primarily a knitting and fiber related podcast. I also have just launched a hand-dyed yarn business earlier this summer, so I will be talking about that as well. So I mostly knit, crochet, spin, that kind of stuff, but I also do some other fun crafts now and then, like perler beads and whatever suits my fancy. So if you're new, thank you for checking me out, and I hope you like what you see. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're returning, thank you so much. I am so appreciative of all my returning viewers and all the friends I've made through podcasting over this last 5 years, so I'm eternally grateful. I'm also not grateful for my camera being crooked, though. Oh, sorry. There we go. So I'm back to recording on my camera since my phone is in the timeout corner. Hopefully this doesn't give me a hard time when I upload it. I did change the settings I had, so hopefully the file sizes are smaller, but we will hopefully not be cursing later on the computer. I have notes, but now they're out of order, so I need to really figure everything out. If you can find me on the interwebs, on Instagram as the Cat Lady, on Facebook, the Cat Lady Podcast. Just search for that. On YouTube as the Crafty Cat Lady, and on Ravelry. I also have a Ravelry group that I use for make-alongs and stuff. I'm not super active in the group, mainly now because there's a lot going on in Ravelry. I've kind of just stepped back, but I do like to have make-alongs and knit-alongs and stuff, so and then going forward we might set up a blog for that, I'm not sure, but anyways, on to podcast news. We do, like I said, we do have some make-alongs going on, and we have some winners to announce. So, without further ado, we will start with the whip along. So basically that was if you had any works in progress. It started in January and went until the end of August. Any works in progress that you had prior to the beginning of the year were eligible, and we had some really cool ones that came from like a decade ago, and like pillows that people finished, and lots of just hats and sweaters and garments and stuff that were just left on the needles that needed some love. So thank you for everyone that participated. We had about, I think, 32 entries, and I did a random number generator and picked number 2. So post 2 was V. Shaw, and V. Shaw will win this set of mini skeins from Happy Little Yarn. So we have 12 mini skeins, very bright, pretty. 80/20 Super Wash Merino Nylon, 40 yards each, 10 gram minis. And then a set of stitch markers from Neatsy's Porch. And I figured this out while recording the last one, the first take, that I could take these out and show them instead of trying to precariously hold them in the box. So here is the set of stitch markers. Very pretty, like glass beads. There are, oh yeah, it's got a really pretty one. Oh no, that one slid down. So I was like, there's a long one, but 1, 2, I'll fix that. We have 7 of them, and then the progress keeper at the top. That. Oh, yep, that one fell off, so put that one back on. And then you can win a project bag of your choosing. So we have the fish bag, the tropical fish bag. I don't know, I have 2 fish bags. The brown flowers, the pink flowers, the other fish bag, the ocean fish bag. Well, I guess they're both tropical fish, or the pink kitty bag, or the teal kitty bag, which will get strings. I have not got the drawstrings in there quite yet. So, choice of bag. So, congratulations to V. Shaw. Please contact me either Instagram, email, craftycatlady@gmail.com, or thecatladydesigns@gmail.com, or Ravelry. So, I will be sure to be checking everything. The next is the Stress-Free Make-Along, and that was a make-along that was hosted with Needles at the Ready podcast and Happy Little Yarn. And we all just decided to have a fun make-along that just was stress-free. So anything was, pretty much anything was eligible, whips were allowed, sewing, paper crafts, any kind of crafting. I mean, I pretty much had mostly knitting in my group, but anything was welcome. And we had 170 something, and then I made sure to scour Instagram and anywhere else to make sure if anyone didn't post on Ravelry that I got them in there. And we had 170 something. I didn't write it down. And I chose number 111, and pretty much I had a couple additionals that I just tacked on the end of the Ravelry numbers and went from there. So post number 111 was Hygge and yarn. I had to look that up because Hygge, I thought it was Hygge the whole time, but I knew it wasn't because I feel like I've heard that before. So I had to look it up just to make sure. So Hygge and yarn. And you have won a skein of yarn of your choosing. So here's the choices we have right now. We have a one-of-a-kind 9 Lives skein of 17 micron merino by me, and this is the bubblegum color. So 9 Lives is yarn that is using up leftover dye stock or any bits of yarn that are bits of dye that's left over from me washing tools and stuff. If I have like I have a jar that I tend to mix things in or rinse my fingers off if I'm doing speckles or something. So if it ends up being this like, you know, color that looks like it's usable, then I go ahead and throw a skein of yarn in it. And this was one of them. This was left over from one of my Pink Parties Hard colorway, which was a very bright hot pink. So this came out a nice hot light pink. So that's choice 1. Choice 2 is Madeline Oh, this is, like I said, 17 micron superwash merino. So it's a very, very soft merino. And this is 100% superwash merino Tosh sock in Victory Garden colorway. So pretty mix of orange, green, and sky blue. And last is and this was just I pulled from stash from other yarns that people have donated for giveaways or for whatever I wanted to do with. This is the color wheel, and the colorway is Lucas, and this is a superwash merino sport weight. So a pretty sport weight yarn, like a nice just muted rainbow kind of color. So those are, we can choose one of those. And then a set of stitch markers, not that one, from Neatsy's Porch. Again, she sent me a whole bunch to give away, so this was awesome. And it's the green, you got little green glass beads and like a green boot in there, and then the Progress Keeper. And then also a project bag of your choosing. So we will try to let it be, you know, the whip along winner, then the stress-free winner, and so on as far as choosing. But it really, you know, if you contact me and you tell me which bag you want, you know, like we're gonna try to make this civil, right? hoping we don't have any fights over bags. There's lots of bags here, so. And I decided, since there were lots of bags here, to draw a winner from the chatter thread. So I picked number 44, which is BORKP, and so you get to pick a project bag. So again, we'll wait till we get a hold of the other winners to choose their bag, and then I will let you know what bag choices are. So that is the winners. And so next, lastly, we have the Summer Socks Knit and Crochet Along, which is still going on. That started June 20th through September 21st, so all of summer. Knit some shorty socks, some summer colors, some socks. I really am not being very, you know, you can come up with any reason to knit whatever. You can say, well, this is my favorite summer color, even though it looks like Christmas. I don't care. Christmas in July, right? So make socks, put them in the chatter thread, or the finished object thread. There is a chatter thread as well. And I will draw a winner in September. And the winner for that will get this is my last set of stitch markers from Neatsy's Porch. So like red, white, and blue, little beads. And a project bag and whatever skein of yarn is available here for my little bag of yarn, or I'll pull something else out of the shop as well. Maybe like something left over from summer stuff. So there is plenty of options for that. That's it for the giveaway or knit along. So please work on some socks, put them in the summer sock knit along, and crochet socks are welcome as well. So keep going. If you are not on Ravelry and you want to enter your socks, let me know. Just like tag me on Instagram and let's say entering the summer sock giveaway with these, and tag me on there and I will jot it down. I do have a hashtag, the Cat Lady Summer Socks something. I'll try to put it down below. I need a pen here. Do I have a pen here? There we go. So let's see. I need to remember to post the pictures of the giveaway winners and hashtag. Okay. All right, so last in podcast news, I am at 709 as of this recording, viewers or followers, subscribers. So I would love to get to 1,000. I would love to get to 1,000 by the end of the month and offer a giveaway for a Halloween mini set. So I need to put a picture in of that. Here's the Halloween mini set. Those will be for sale soon, so if you are interested, you can sign up for my newsletter. The link will be below. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But I'd like to give away a mini set for a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, so if you can help me out and like, subscribe, share, post, whatever, get people to follow, I'll post another post on Instagram soon and you can share that. And yeah, I know that's still a ways. 300 subscribers is still a bit of a feat, so let's see if we can get there so I can give away the Halloween mini set. If not, whenever I get to 1,000, I'll give away whatever is appropriate. Maybe it'll be a Christmas set, I don't know. But I would love to get there sooner than later, right? So that's it. So on to finished objects for knitting and crochet. We're knitting, I didn't do any crochet. So finished object number 1 is the 2001 shawl by Luke Gilligan. This was a test knit. So this is, last you saw, I was working on the applied border and it was about here. So I have finished the entire thing. So this is a, about a 2 skein shawl really. I took a skein and a half-ish for the body and a half skein for the edge. So a very nice big, my phone someone keeps texting me. It's probably my husband. Very big, bright, cheery shawl. It's got these nice cable details that go along the top and the bottom, or at the top and the middle, as well as the cabled edge. I love how the cable came out in this green color. I just love that. It pops. This is in an 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon yarn, and this is from the shop. So this is the Formidable sock base in Sunflowers and Emerald Forest. I'm actually working on dyeing up another green for the fall collection, but I think I'm gonna go darker green. So it's gonna be a similar color to this, but this was, I just dyed this one skein because this was just for this project. So I will tweak the recipe a little bit and see if I can get a little bit darker, deeper green and go with that. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. I was really hoping to get some glamour shots with this and go outside and take some nice pictures, but I just have not had a chance yet. So I kind of need my husband to help me because, I mean, taking self-portraits is kind of tricky in itself. Oh, no, it's on the floor. So I was gonna try to like get it done a little quicker and have somebody help me, but we just haven't had the time. So that is done, and I'm very excited to have that off the needles. That was done in a US 6 needles, I believe. The next finished object I don't have with me because they are dirty in the closet. The Hawaiian shirt socks. So it was David's socks originally, and I made tube socks, and they looked cute, and he loved them, and then he wore them for a day, and they were just destroyed because they were too big. So they were sliding off his feet, he's walking in the grass. They were like really disastrous when I saw them later that day, and I took them off, I washed them, blocked them again, and gleaned them. So this gleaner tool like takes all the fuzzies and stuff off. So I did that, and then I cut in some afterthought heels, and I don't know. I still don't know what I was thinking. And I explained this last time. I knit them on size 1s, and I knit 60 stitches. Which I knit 60 stitches on size 0s for my foot. So why did I think 60 stitches on? I guess I was just thinking the whole tube sock and the stretching over the heel, it would be fine, but it was not fine. So I have leftovers. The yarn I used for the heel was Patton's Croy in the flax color. Bought some contrast. Bought these for contrast heels. Where'd I put my pen? I don't know why I set that down. I gotta remember to put a picture of that in there. So yeah, I cut in the heels, and I'm not sure I like Afterthought heels. They're okay, and the socks still seem a little bit big for me because, like I said, I make size 60 on size 0, so these are 60s on size 1, so they're a little loose, but they're perfect for wearing to bed. I like to wear socks to bed, so they're kind of my bed socks. And so now I have leftover Felici, and I have the contrast yarn. I'm going to make David a pair of real socks in the size that I typically make. He prefers them with the heels, actually. I was just trying to make some quick. The tube socks are nice because they're fast, and you don't have to worry about the heel, but he prefers the sock with the heel. When I asked him between the two, I've made him before. He does like the one with the heel, so I will make those for him eventually. And that's it for finished objects. For hand knitting, so stay tuned, there's some more finished objects in other knitting. So whips. I am working on training wheels, which you've seen. This is by Lynn Garrett and Lizzie Godell. Knit on, cast on size was US 8 or US 10, and then primarily knit on US 8. So last you saw was here, all the way down here, and this is also another Neatsy's Porch stitch marker. I bought a set and then gave everybody, my little group of friends at Rhinebeck, I gave them each one, and I kept the progress keeper so we'd all have a matching stitch marker. So here is this. It's a brioche cowl. Very, very squishy. And this is Fiber Stash yarn in Dark Side of the Mood, which is this teal color, and Hayride, which is the fall orangey color. So, and yes, I love both sides. I can't decide which side I like better, really. I think I would, just depends on my mood, I guess. I know, I like them both. Really, maybe I'd like this one just because it's so bright. It's got popping out the stitch there. So this needs to be 12 inches. I pulled out my tape measure last recording and measured it. I'm at 10 inches, so we are almost done. And this is living in my, it's either Quilting Sisters or Two Quilting Sisters bag. I couldn't find them on Etsy anymore. Someone sent it me as a gift, so it's my Star Wars bag, but it's like a quilted bag. It's really cool. And then I'm working on another test knit. I don't know what is with me in the test knits, but this one I knew was going to be simple and quick. You know, that 2001 shawl took me a while because it was a giant shawl. But this one is the heart-centered bralette. So it is a little bralette. So this is just the front panel. So this is going to go like this. So there it is. This is in Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns in the Hot Mess Express, which is a 100% superwash merino. I have the label for that. So Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns. She used to live in Michigan. She just moved to Texas, so I still consider her a local dyer. So mintrainyarns.com. And then last but certainly not least, and if you follow me, you'll know this is my newest obsession because it is my hand-dyed yarn. So this is the Halloween mini set that I posted the picture of before, and here it is in action. So let's see. So I'm working on one mini a day, and I'm already ahead because I started on Monday. So Monday we did the orange, Tuesday we did green and part of the purple, and today we finished up the purple already, and I've already started on the next color. So we have Haunted Pumpkin, we have Haunted Cauldron, Haunted Mansion, which if you are a Disney fan of the ride The Haunted Mansion, that is their theme, is the purple and black. They have like the purple and black wallpaper, and just a lot of their theme stuff is purple and black. So next, which is already attached, is the Haunted Winery. So we have the burgundy. It looks very red. It's more burgundy colored. But black and burgundy. And then the last color, it will be Haunted Birthday, which it's hard to see the speckles as well when it's balled up, but it is a black with like a speckle of all the other colors. So I'm very excited to get that done. And this is the Woolja shawl by Amba O'Brien. That is what the finished skein or shawl looks like. She has it designed for a 1 skein small, which is what I'm working on. One color small, or a large, which is using 12 mini skeins. So, or you can make it, you know, more yarn and do the single color. Of course, you can do whatever you want. It really, and then these I love asymmetrical shawls because you start little and you just keep getting bigger and bigger, and you can stop whenever you want, or you stop when you run out of yarn. And you know, I got 3 in here already, and you know, it'll block out. It'll be a perfect mini shawl or shawlette. So yeah, this will be great. I do love a good asymmetrical shawl. So I'm calling this my Hollow Woolja shawl. Ha ha ha. And yeah, I'm really loving it. So check that out, and I will keep you posted on how that looks. That'll be done. Like I said, I'm trying to do a mini a day, so this will be done in the next couple days without a doubt. And then I gotta add that to the pile of things to photograph because I still have my sweater, the Keen, my big bulky sweater that has been way too hot to photograph, so I need to do that. Training wheels should be finished by the next time I record because I only got 2 inches left, so I better get that done. Mickey and Minnie Mouse bag, I made this. Got fabric from Joanne Fabrics a while ago, so I really want to make more zipper bags, but just finding the time to do anything has been challenging. Okay, that was, and that is, I'm knitting that out of a US 6, even though the pattern called for a US 5. I knit a lot of shawls on 6, and the yardage of the mini skeins total for the 100 grams is about 385 yards as opposed to a typical 400-ish, 420. So I figured I would just make it a little bit airier. And again, that's again I didn't gauge swatch or nothing, so just winging it. It's a sample. I mean, I'll wear it still for Halloween, but it's definitely shop sample. So all right, so those are all my works in progress. So finished objects again on the knitting machine. I have a couple of those to share. So if I posted this one on the Instagram. I'll put, oh, let me make a note. Put a picture in. Kids are really on my nerves today. They know I'm in a not so good mood. They saw me have a meltdown after I lost my first video, yet they are still running around and sound like elephants downstairs. And they're probably gonna bother me at some point. But anyways, this is my pocket scarf. So it is a big long scarf with pockets. And I designed it to fit me. I'm a little bit tall, so this might be a little long for some. It is using Bernat Pop. It's one of those cakes. I'll show that in a little bit. And it is a really soft, squishy worsted weight. And it used 2 cakes. Technically 3, but it could have used 2. The only reason I thought I needed 3, so I was like knitting, I was cranking it out and going through the second skein, and I thought, oh, I might need a 3rd one, and I happened to be at the grocery store where I got these, and there was another one there, so I grabbed it, but then by the time I finished it and I put the pockets on, I still had some left. But when I made the fringe, I wanted to pull the black from the other skein. So if I wanted to keep all the fringe the similar color, like just all white gray, then I could have pulled all from the same second skein. So technically it is a 2 skein project, but I pulled from a 3rd just for the color. The pockets were fun. They are an applied pocket, so basically you pick up your stitches at the bottom, and then as you knit across, you pick up a stitch, and then you slip it. So it's got like a slip stitch edge. I actually like how it kind of has this little contrast color of picking up the color underneath. I don't know, I like how it turned out. It does, you know, tuck in a little bit, and I think it's because of the ribbing, but also I think I should have went up a needle size. So this was done on size US 9. I should have done a US 10. I just guessed because, you know, the knitting machine is the knitting machine. I don't know what needle size it is. It's just big plastic pegs. So probably, and with the, it's different with every, well, it probably wouldn't be different. So US 10 might be better, actually. Might be an appropriate size. So if I did this again, I would try the 10s and see how that looks. It's not bad. It's really not bad anyways, though. I mean, you just got this little pucker, but you stick your hand in there, it's fine. And I don't know, should have been a little deeper pocket? I don't know. I think it's fine. Did I write down how many rows I did the pocket? I don't think I did, but I could count them. Oh, maybe. I can count them. I wrote most of my notes. I think I wrote all my notes on Ravelry. I hope I did because I don't remember them now. I do need to measure this. I don't remember how long it is because I'd like to make another one. And I do have a whole nother skein left over with the Bernat Pop, so maybe I'll make a matching hat. Thought that could be fun. The knitting machine is if you look at people who have the knitting machine, it's a toy knitting machine. It's similar to an Addy King Express, except it's plastic. So it's not, you know, it's not your high quality. And it, you know, you're only paying a third of the price. So mine's called a Jammet, and if most people have a Centro, so S-E-N-T-R-O. And when I Googled Centro on Amazon, they were out of stock or currently unavailable or whatever, but the Jammet one came up, so I ordered that. And I guarantee it's like all made from the same place because it's identical except for the name across the top. It's very weird. I'm sure they're coming from China, so. But it works. It works. I mean, I can't say it's great, but it works really well. It does what I need to do so far. So that is the pocket scarf. And again, that's more, none of these are following any real patterns. They're just me kind of finding things that other people have done and tweaking them and whatever. So this one I could say is maybe my own doing. I'm sure if you look online you can find one. I probably saw something similar somewhere. I don't know. I've looked at so much stuff, but I sort of came up with this on my own. So this is a braided cowl. You can see my third tassel there. And so this was a tube that you knit with the machine, and then you drop stitches and you knit, or you kind of crochet up a braid. And I've done a hat with this same little motif on it, and then I added the tassels because I really thought that brought it together. So I seamed the end here, or I seamed both ends, and then I crocheted them closed here and then the other ends here to make this kind of nice little cowl. I really like this. So thinking I need to make more of these. A real nice decorative cowl. Yeah, it's warm. This is Karen Simply Soft, so real, you know, cheapy acrylic yarn. It works really well on the machine. And so then the back's got the cable across the back, so look nice back across your neck. So yeah, I really like how that turned out. I'm debated on selling things on the little crafts from the knitting machine just because they are so easy to make and they only take, you know, an hour or so to crank out like a hat. So where's one of my hats? And these hats come on really, really handy for camping. So when we've been going camping, oh, and here's the matching. I guess I could wear this. Was Emily's. So I washed this and put it in the dryer and it got kind of fuzzy, which not a big deal, but maybe I wouldn't put it in the dryer. Okay, with that I'm going to take a quick break because my camera is going to shut off. As I was saying, maybe I wouldn't put it in the dryer, but it does come out nice and soft when you wash it. So these are the hats that come off the machine, which I've showed before, but they're just so quick and easy. And yeah, we pack these to go camping because if it gets cold overnight, it really makes a difference to have something on your head. So that's it for my knitting machine. So to spinning. I have nothing. Sewing, you saw my bags. Other, nothing. So onto some stash. So I got a little too much stash this time, but it's all, you know, cheapy stuff, but for fun. So I talked about contrast toes and heels for my socks. So I bought a bunch of Patton's Croy at Joann Fabrics when I was there. So we got some charcoal, I think was it charcoal or coal, flax, gray marl, and this one, muslin. I got 2 of those as well. So just real basic tones for contrast. And then, where did it go? Karen Simply Soft was on sale, so of course for the knitting machine, we got Ocean, Dragonfly, or no, Snapdragon. Ocean, Snapdragon. Oh, I love the Ocean. One of those cowls in that, oh my gosh. And Burgundy, and that's like totally my favorite color. Which I probably already have some of this actually, but it's reserved for a sweater. I don't know, but can't have too much burgundy. So I'm thinking a couple cowls would be fun in those colors. With matching hats because there'd be plenty in there. And then I got some paracord, so to put into my bags for the drawstrings. And here's where we have a problem. So at the local grocery convenience store, every time I go there, the Bernat Pop is on clearance and nobody else is buying it. So every time I go there, there's still some there, and they're $3.50 a piece. So like seriously, every time I'm there, I swing down the aisle, I grab a few, and then I walk away. So we have way too much of this Bernat Pop, but it was super cheap. So we have Violet Vision, 2 of those. We have 3, so this I bought the 3 because I thought I needed 3 for the pocket scarf, but it turns out I only needed 2. We got 3 of these in the Snow Queen. So 1, 2, 3 of those. And then we got 1, just I don't know, because I didn't want to buy too many. I should just buy the whole dang store out because they're cheap and they're not, obviously no one else is buying them because every week I go and they're still there. Blue Blaze. But then what am I going to do with all these things I make, because unless I start selling some stuff, because it's just, I don't need that much stuff. And then 2 of, I really like this one, Kitchen Kitsch. Kitchen Kitsch. So we got 2 of those. I really like that one. One of those. So you know, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. So like 20 bucks, a little over $25 tops here of yarn. Like, and it doesn't even all fit in a bag. I mean, really, it's like I could sell 1 cowl for 20 bucks and one of the little pocket scarves I could sell for way more. I mean, because it's a little time intensive. It's not like hand knitting, but it's still a lot of work involved. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So lastly, I got my 3rd shipment of my Fiber Club from Fiber for the People. So this is round 3 of the Values Club Deep Woods. So here's her inspiration photo. And here is the yarn. Super pretty. And so then I decided to pull them all out, and because she had mentioned that they should all kind of go together. So I pulled them all out, and oh my goodness. Like, okay, so here's the last 2. Keep getting these little packaging things stuck. And here is number 1, 2, and 3 together. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is like incredible. So even if it was just these 3, oh, these have to be a project. Like, look at how amazing. And this is my color. This was the first one. I was like, oh my god, it's my color. It's burgundy. This is called Claret. It kind of looks brownish on the screen. It's better. called Claret, or Garnet, sorry. This is Garnet. We have Pear, and then we have Deep Forest. Deep Woods. Ooh, baby. Those are nice. So I've been thrilled with this, and this is a DK weight, which I don't have hardly any DK. 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, so MCN. Beautiful. So that is it. That's it for stash. Yeah, that was kind of stash heavy, but all real silly stuff. So, hopefully, I feel like I'm forgetting things now since I've already done this once before, but I think I'm all right. So, life in review. School starts next week, and it starts remote. Little hesitant about it, but I was also hesitant about sending them to school, so here we are. I don't know what's the best decision. I feel like everyone's angry because they wanted the kids to go back to school, but like everybody in the district wanted the kids to go back to school, and originally we had a choice. We could pick virtual, we could pick in person, and like 80% of the school picked in person, so then they turned around and said, okay, we're going to start remote because that's too many kids in the school. They can't distance appropriately with 30 kids in a classroom. I mean, I think they were hoping for a higher number of people who wanted virtual, but I don't know. Is it fine? I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I don't know. That's just the story of my life right now. I don't know. So they start remote, and it's a long day of being remote. They're on the computer from about 8 till 3. So on and off, but mostly on, which again, they need to be. They need to be on with their teacher. They can't not be. They're not independent learners. They're still pretty young, and they need guidance. And so I'm hoping once we get started, we'll have a schedule and we'll be structured, and maybe things will just settle down for everyone, because they're crazy. I'm just feeling so overwhelmed and can't get anything done. And then like this, I'm trying to record podcasts, it screws up, and then here I am again recording it again. So deep breaths. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm certainly not all puppies and rainbows, because I have my moments, I have my breakdowns, and I share them with you. But we're okay. We pick ourselves back up and we try again. So here we are. We've had a really fun time camping this summer. So our last trip we took was to Higgins Lake, Michigan, which is about 2.5 hours from here. So it's like a perfect drive. You don't have to stop anywhere, and we hooked up with my dad and his wife and had a really good time. So we had our tent set up, and my dad had his camper, and we just hung around the campfire, and we went to the lake, and we rented a boat. And if you are in my Facebook group, you saw the sunken boat video that I took. There is some sunken pirate ships or whatever, sunken boats in Higgins Lake that they put there. And it's filled with like a bunch of treasures and stuff, so it's really funny. So I will put a video at the end of the video, I will put a video in at the end to show you if you're not on Facebook, because I couldn't get it on Instagram because of all the parameters of what the videos need to look like and ratios and crap. It was taken with my GoPro, so yeah. So I will put it at the end of this video and you can check it out. That's like camping. I don't know. I found that being up north and camping is like, so far has been like just the one spot I can just chill and relax and just kind of not worry about things a little bit. So it's been nice. I'm hoping we can squeeze in one more trip before it gets too cold. So a nice autumn trip, but we'll see. We're waiting to see how school stuff goes. I'm missing my friends. I'm missing my family. I'm missing knitting time, knitting groups and festivals, and missed, of course, Michigan Fire Festival would have been a couple weeks ago. Missed that, and wasn't a thing. And Rhinebeck, we're now starting to lose my voice because now I've been talking for 2 hours. But it's just kind of a bummer, you know. So last but not least, unfortunately, August was kind of a bust for the business, but again, like, I'm dealing with the kids are just. You probably can hear that in the background. So trying to get away and get some time dedicated that's not going to be like 10 o'clock at night has been very tricky. So again, I'm hoping with the structure, once we get a schedule and the kids are on, figuring out how to do their school stuff, I'll be able to go downstairs and get some dyeing done. But I do have my Halloween mini set that I would like to launch, so I'm waiting on a couple more supplies to come in on Friday. And I'm going to dye a few sets up and then list them and also dye to order. So basically I don't, especially with the holiday themed stuff, you don't want to I don't want overabundance of Halloween minis. So I will list what I have, the first batch, and then dye to order. So obviously if it's dye to order, it'll be a little bit, there'll be a little bit of a longer wait, but my goal is to get them out pretty quick. In addition, the colorways that I'm working on for fall will be the same thing. I've dyed a batch to test out the color and see how I like it. I will list those and offer a dye to order for a limited amount. I don't want to say, like, you know, because if all of a sudden everybody and their next door neighbor wants one color, you know, and I don't want to run out of yarn. You know, it's such a learning process, learning how to balance, you know, my stock and how much to dye at one time. And so, you know, I've only been doing this for 3 months now, pretty much. So learning as I go. So I'm going to slowly start testing out the dye to order. So of course, I will preface this on the website as well. When I do dye to order, obviously with hand-dyed yarn, things may not be identical to what the photographs look like online because that is photographing that particular batch. So when new batches come along, they might be slightly different. The yarn, you know, however the yarn is placed in the pot is always going to be different. However the speckles go on the yarn is always going to be different. So, you know, that's the beauty of hand-dyed yarn. So just always keep that in mind. Sign up for my newsletter, like I mentioned earlier, for be the first to know, first to see what's coming up. Well, I guess you're going to see what's coming up right now. But first to know when things are going to launch, I will send out a newsletter. That's it. Right now I am not shipping internationally, unfortunately, because it is super expensive, and with UPS being the way it is, you gotta leave, honey, you gotta leave. Okay, sorry for that interruption. As I was saying, I'm not shipping internationally right now, just because dealing with the customs and I've heard a lot of stories about things taking too long and getting lost and whatever, so just trying to keep things less hectic on my side. So if you are dying to get something, contact me. Maybe we can work something out, but literally, like, to send one skein of yarn was like $12 or something. I mean, it was like ridiculous. That's half the price of the yarn. So it just unfortunately wasn't worthwhile. So, but maybe I can hook you up with somebody else that's in your area or something. I don't know. So without further ado, one's over here. I will show you what is new in the dye studio. A few new colorways coming. So first up we have a one of a kind. So this is a 9 Lives color. And if you don't know, my 9 Lives series is whenever I have like leftover dye stocks lying around, like if I mixed the stock and was using it for a color, which I don't tend to do now, but I don't tend to do extra stocks anymore. But again, sometimes I have leftovers. Sometimes I have leftovers from rinsing my fingers off or washing tools, and you come up with this jar of just like real pretty whatever. So that is what this is, and this is called Teal Me About It. So teal, as in the color teal. Teal Me About It. There are only 2. This is on the 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon base, the perfect sock. So again, Teal Me About It. There are only 2. So a very pretty teal tonal, which I have to figure out how to recreate this color because I really like it. So I know some of the colors that went into it, but not really, because again, it was like a jar of just random stock, and then I threw in some other bits of colors. So 2 of those are available. Next up is a repeatable color, so this will be available, and I have 4 right away. This is Autumn Wine. It is a little bit more burgundy, so the burgundy color comes up really red on the screen. Even though that red looks really pretty, it's not that red. It's definitely more darker burgundy. So Autumn Wine, there's 4 of them. It's a very, it's tonal. It's definitely pretty solid, but there are some lighter spots in there and darker spots. So it was what I would call a semi-solid tonal color. So this is a fall color. And then we have Too Much Halloween. So kind of following the trend of my Too Much Birthday colorway. I called this one Too Much Halloween. So another fun speckly color using the colors that I dyed in the Halloween minis. So an all over speckly. So I have 4 of these. And again, the speckles differ on each skein, so this one's got a little bit more lighter spots. Some of them have a bit more heavier speckles on them, just depending on where they laid in the pan. And I can't look at some of these spots though. Come on, focus. So I love how that turned out. So Too Much Halloween. Also on the, these are all on the 80/20 merino nylon perfect sock. And then we have 2 more 9 lives, and these are on the 17 micron Possumly Soft Merino base. So this one I called Holding On to Summer. So last of the summer colors. So this was using up a bunch of leftover stocks that I had, some pinks and oranges, and some, I think there were some yellows in there. So Holding On to Summer. I have 4 of these, and then that's it. Because this was just one of a kind, 9 lives. So once they're gone, they're gone. So Holding On to Summer. And then these ones, oh, again, these, and so it's funny, like most of the, it's weird because most of the stock is left over from my Halloween colors. So there was the orange, the bright orange, the bright green, the purple, and the red, the burgundy. And so every time I would speckle, I'd rinse my hands off in my water, and I'd speckle and rinse, speckle, rinse. I did this over a couple different batches of things. Like what did I? Yeah, I did it over the Too Much Halloween as well as the mini set. So I came up with this pretty decent sized jar of this burnt orange colored, and then I poured it in the pan and looked at it, and it seemed a little bit bright orange, but it turned out it's a little darker than this. It turned out very pumpkin-y. So picture pumpkin. It's not this orange. So picture like a pumpkin orange. So this is called Hello Pumpkin. It is a very true-ish pumpkin orange, so a little bit less bright than that. It is really nice. I was really impressed with how it turned out. It's like really the colors that I can't repeat are the ones I like the best. So the Tell Me About It, and this Hello Pumpkin, which those look pretty together, huh? Different bases, but look how pretty those 2 colors would go together. And these, yeah, that orange just goes with everything. So I need to figure out how to recreate this one. So that is on my list of making a repeatable colorway of this pretty pumpkin orange. But this is called Hello Pumpkin. There's only 2 of these. 17 micron superwash merino. So Hello Pumpkin. So that is all I have. So we have four of these, and these are repeatable. And then unfortunately these are not repeatable right now. But we have 4 of these, and then 2 teal, 2 pumpkins. So these will go in the shop when my next update is, which will be, I'm working on it to get here soon. So I'm waiting on a few things for the Halloween minis. So like I said, for the dye to order, so these will be dye to order as soon as the 4 are gone that I have in stock. So I still need to figure out how all the back end works, and as far as listing it and not like making sure that 100 people can't order one, because I'm not prepared for that. So as much as I love that, I'm not prepared for that. I think that's it. Hopefully I can get this onto my computer safely, but it looks like it is recorded and it hasn't kicked me off or anything. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their summer and a good holiday weekend, and I will see you in a couple weeks. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or comment below, message me, whatever. I'm always happy to chat, and I hope everyone has a good couple weeks. I will hopefully be back in a couple weeks. If I have more yarn, I will definitely do a newsletter, and I will try to do probably an IGTV video and show off what's in the shop. Again, follow me on Instagram. That is definitely the place where I post most of the things, the Cat Lady on Instagram. And I was going to say something else and I don't remember. I don't know, I feel like I'm forgetting everything because this is take 2, but anyways. Oh, don't forget to share the podcast so that I can give away a mini skein Halloween set. And thank you again for watching. Hope you get to craft all the things. Bye.
Right next to it. There's a 2 of them down there? Kind of. There's a smaller one.
Come on, let's go, David. I wonder if I could touch the skeleton. Is the skeleton deep? Can you touch the skeleton? Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Well, with your feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
with
no.
my hands.
Because he's like really high up. He's standing. Let's...
Swim like that.
Can I take off my white jacket and swim?
No,
on
absolutely
there?
not.
I think somebody to touch the skeleton. Daddy, touch. Touch it!
No,
touch
okay.
it!
Taking a video.
Hello.
That thing freaks me out! I don't want to touch it. I'll touch it if you touch it. No! Let's see if you can touch it. I know!
I got him. Oh, hopefully I'm recording. I can't see anything. My goggles are all. Oh, I just kicked him. Oh, I just kicked him again. Yeah.
No, I'm scared to touch him. David, touch
Yeah,
him.
Courtney.
No. Dad, no. He freaks me out.
You're not going to stop.